Today is July 11th, 2021. My name is Charles Suter, and today I'm presenting part 5 of my Rationality series. This one with a focus on live in the present. And again, my reason for preparing these presentations on rationality is to help you become a more rational person. My main message: the present offers unlimited possibilities. To live fully, live only in the present. Too many people define themselves based upon their past, rather than the person they want to become. People too often limit their present and future choices by all the irrational, erroneous, and distorted beliefs they have accumulated about themselves over their past life, due to an overemphasis on past follies, mistakes, and failures. There is nothing to be gained by dragging past hurts, disappointments, and failures into the present, which were the cause of emotional distress in the past. Too many people hold irrational beliefs about their misconceived limitations and thus hold themselves back from acting in their best interest and denying themselves the future they most desire. People do not need to limit themselves to the rigid identities that were formed in the past and no longer suit themselves in the present and constrain themselves from earning the future they desire. This presentation discusses how rationality can unhinge your life from the negative traumatic events of your past and free you to face the future without psychological limits on what you can achieve for yourself. Proposition 1. The past is not who you are now. Learn to grow past your past. The present is who you are now, so keep only the good memories and forget the rest. Learn and apply constructive lessons from past adversity. Don't be limited by them. You grow into the future you desire by living one day at a time. Tomorrow doesn't have to be the same as it was today. You can create a better future for yourself by acting as your best self from here on out. You're no longer bound to define yourselves based upon your past. Today, you're different, based on an accumulation of experiences and lessons learned from the past regarding what works and what not to do. You are better positioned right now than any time in your past to start living the life you want immediately. So, to create a desirable future, you must work on eliminating any irrational beliefs that you are somehow blocked, restrained, or not good enough to earn the life you want to live. From a rational perspective, anyone can have what they're willing and capable of earning by virtue of putting in the time and the effort. Proposition 2. Don't judge yourself from your past follies, misfortunes, and failures. Adversity is a teacher, so learn the lessons adversity teaches and move on. A rationalist rewrites his old beliefs based upon what he continues to learn. Your future self is being shaped daily by your choices you make and the actions you take. There is nothing to be gained by judging yourself based on negative events from the past, events that maybe you're not so proud of. Other than lessons learned from these adverse events and your positive memories, there is nothing of value to attach or anchor you to the past. To live a rational life, you must always be facing forward, determined to live the life you want to live. You can begin immediately by living the life you want in all the ways you can imagine without any psychological constraints. Physical constraints will still remain an issue, but those can be fixed by the setting of goals to remove them. The only thing that really stands in your way to the future that you desire are your own self-imposed psychological limitations. Most rationalists are able to create the future they desire for themselves by setting goals and earning the right to have what they want. Proposition 3. Life today, or I should say live today fully while preparing for your future. Planning work for your future, the one that you desire, but always enjoy the journey. Never allow your future to be limited by negative, irrational beliefs from the past. View your future with realistic possibilities and without irrational limitations. To move towards the future you desire, you must set aside your misconceived limitations and proceed to make choices with a rational perspective of what goals you're capable and willing to achieve for yourself. If you have a less than or deficient image of yourself, it will not be possible for you to live a greater than life. The rationalist has developed an accurate perception about his own capabilities and makes decisions without undue constraints or limits. Rational limits are based on the challenge or difficulty of the goal and the person's willingness to do the work or pay the price to get what they want. My final message: live in the present, but strive for a positive future. Stay focused on the present and what you can do now to both enjoy the present while preparing for the future. Otherwise, you're destined to stay tied to the past, which is past and no longer accessible or relevant. The more you can live the life you desire now, perhaps in small ways, the more life satisfaction you gain. Also, the more time and effort you devote to creating a better future, the more life satisfaction you have to look forward to in the future. Never give up on yourself or the future you want, because tomorrow's another day, and circumstances change, sometimes for the better. The sooner you can shed your irrational beliefs about personal limitations, the sooner you can begin developing realistic goals and working towards them. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll stay happier, healthier, and live longer.